have to wait.
Of course we have to wait.
We have to wait. Instagram's got to catch up. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, I was off by a second or two. Go live. What's going on, everybody? James and Rocco here again with another installation of
Late Project Refit FML.
That's right. We are late. We're late by about an hour.
It was my fault.
Nah, it's all right.
It was my fault. I'll own that. I was sleepy.
Proud of you for owning that, buddy.
I was sleepy.
Dude, I listened back on some of our episodes because I'm starting a process of actually like uploading it and like uploading the episodes that we're actually sharing it now across like Spotify and Pandora and all those spots all over the place, Apple Podcasts. And I was like, dang, like this is pretty good. Like we're doing a good job. Like I enjoyed listening to our first episode that we're like relaunching this whole thing out. So it's pretty cool.
Oh man, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, it's actually pretty motivating too. It's like, oh shit, we're really like doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool, and we've been very consistent with it as well. So we made it through almost a whole year, and it's cool to be able to say that we continued to press forward and we did this.
And we did the damn thing.
Yeah, we did. It was really fucking cool.
We are doing the damn thing.
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of cool people. We've interacted with a lot of cool people, got some good stories. We even met some veterans that we're able to provide more support and help to, like we're able to give them more help. And that's also really cool. Like we have one gentleman coming out that I talked to a couple weeks ago. He's going on the Montana retreat with us. He really needed it. And you could tell even in the podcast, like, dude, like you need to get away. Like you need to get a reset in your mind and like, let's do that together. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we're really helping, we're really supporting, and hell yeah, Broken Anchor. There he is. That's Joe Shaw.
He did say he was going to shout you out.
I did.
He said, I look clean, and it was because of Broken Anchor.
That's right, dude. I did. I said it. I'm going to give you a shout out. The great hat that I have on right now. Broken Anchor Barbershop in Audubon, New Jersey. Crushed it, dude. Hooked me up with the beard and everything, too. Cleaned up the neck. Feels very good, man. I really appreciate you taking care of me. But yeah, dude, it's really cool to look back on last year and everything that we did and all the people that we really supported and helped out, had great conversations. And it's just been a pleasure, dude. I'm so excited to continue doing this. And that is fucking real. And I guess with that, today we discussed how with things changing and how do we handle big life events and such. And absolutely, bro. So responding back to Joe Shaw again here on Instagram, he said, appreciate you, brother. Great chat. I appreciate you too, man.
I'm next. Look at this sucker.
And it was a great chat, actually.
Look at this sucker. I need some help.
Dude, get over to Joe, man. He'll fade that shit up, make you look all pretty.
I need some help.
He'll make the hair match your eyes. Pretty. Hey, I just flirted with Rocco. No homo. And he disappears out of the camera. So, life changes. How do we handle them? How do you handle it? If anybody wants to contribute and let us know what they have done with big life changes, whether it's getting out of the military, getting a new job, having a kid, getting married, whatever, moving into a new home or moving out of your parents' house and into your first apartment or getting your first vehicle, whatever was a big event for you that was a big change in your step towards like growing up and changing. Let us know what you did and your strategy if you like, but we're going to kind of take it from here and talk about it.
How do you receive it?
Yeah.
How do you receive the news? Do you get excited by it? Are you scared of it? Do you fear the unknown? And then how do you handle the big news?
Yeah.
I'm interested in both because we did have that conversation as well. So
yeah,
let us know.
Actually, I didn't even finish telling you like how like I why I react the way I react to like really big life changes. I don't know. Like I just when I get the news, I immediately go into okay. It's almost like I immediately accept it. Like this is just part of growing. This is part of life, and like just gotta get ready for that next step and get ready for the next thing. Like I just really, I don't know why my brain immediately resorts to just chill and let's go.
Well, I think there's a lot without like
Yeah, please, yeah.
exploding things into
Ether.
the ether.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of like when big news comes or big changes come. I think there's a lot of like when I experience big changes, I in a split second, it's like right before you die, and people are like your whole life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah, Dan was just talking about that on
I
Stage
think
Zero.
my life as it could be or will be or whatever my future kind of flashes before my eyes. So whether it's good, exciting, awesome news that comes to me or it's awful, terrible, you know, disgusting news or if it's just like the unknown curiosity type news, my mind just immediately goes and I live that life real quick and then I automatically just feel how I'm going to feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like
you're getting prepared.
Like when I signed up for the army, right?
That's a big life change.
Bang, 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 bang. My fucking life, and you can go a couple ways. You can go excited, you can go fearful, you can go the unknown,
nervous or whatever.
You can go the nervous of the unknown. My life at that moment was just pure excitement, which fucking it was the National Guard, so little did I know, and. And when Claire told me that she was having
this
Travis,
motherfucker over here.
When Claire told me she was having Travis, it went and my heart just went like, and it was just
grew
that much bigger because
like the Grinch.
Like I had this
softened you.
This movie played of my life with whoever this child would be.
Yeah,
and like I just felt. She told me, and it was the happiest moment of my life. And then like when the marriage thing came, she said yes, and then I had this movie played out, and it was like amazing. Now, when these things happen, when that flash happens, I think I don't know if that's what you're missing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you avoid that because like my mind just immediately races and a movie plays in my head and emotion just immediately pours out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've always been that way though. It's weird because like I try to control. I am an emotional person, very emotional person. As I get older, I really try to. What's up, Frank? Um, as I've gotten older, I really like being more even almost always. Of course, I have moments where I get upset and angry, whatever everybody does, and like sad and whatever, but I really like even.
Is that a
feel
training?
Good.
Is that like a mental training so you can always think clearly type of thing?
One of the coolest compliments I ever got in my life, and I literally felt like that I was just the person that I always wanted to be. Was when it was like really bad news I came across for it was a company, and one of the guys was like, "Yo, man, like this is going on, like this is bad," and I was like, "It's all right, we can handle it. Like I already have some ideas how we can get around it. We're good. Like you already have ideas? Like yeah, I thought of some right now. I think we'll be okay." And like he's like, "Dude, that," and he told me later, he's like, "That was unbelievable. Like you were so chill to really bad news, and that gave me hope." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's literally everything I've ever wanted to provide to somebody. Like a calm presence that was like, you're going to be okay." And I feel like I've carried that through. even into refit for other guys, and are like dumping their hearts and souls on these retreats and things like that, or even on the phone, if I'm on the phone with them or something. And I just take it and I'm like, yeah, all of that makes sense. And what about this? And like we're able to work through it and like just be even with them,
Yeah, I think
you
the
know?
biggest reaction I've heard from you with some of the things that we've heard was, mm.
Yeah,
I think that's like the biggest reaction that I've heard when we've heard some of the stories that
big
around the
time.
fires. Mm.
Yeah, like I'm the Witcher or some shit. Like I literally feel like that is what I want anyway. That is who I want to be. You know what I mean? So Claire says, if it's a big life change that's in my control, I weigh the pros and cons. If there's a way for me to feel more prepared for what's to come, then I try to figure out what ifs, even if I haven't lived them. Maybe that's anxiety. Well, anxiety is a tool to be used, by the way. So maybe it is, and that's a good thing. That's something that a lot of people seem to forget is that anxiety is used to help you in a lot of ways. It helped us literally survive in the wild for however many years and survive the hardships of life. And that's why we've gotten to this point, because our literal bloodlines were able to use anxiety appropriately to move us through wilderness and into building society as it is today.
That's how a lot of defenses are built.
That's right.
That's how a lot of many things are built. Security systems. It's
That's how soldiers survive combat. That's how moms survive like kid hardships and
baby
like
proofing the house.
and then like even running a business or a company like you are, Claire, like there is anxiety to think about what could happen and you prepare for it beforehand. I actually think women have a better handle on how to use it a lot of the time, than men do, unless it's like a I feel like men are very good also in scenarios where it's a physical thing and we feel the anxiety and we do it. I think it's just how we're wired. But I think that's also what makes women so badass a lot of the time for like being in management positions or leadership positions at companies, is like they pre-plan. They're very good at planning. Like Lisa's crushing it right now, and she planned for so much of what's happening and like the growth and all that stuff. She's
Oh
very
man, I think she just got her first place.
crushing it in 2 months, dude. 2 employees she hired already, crushing it. New patients all the time. Anyway, I don't want to talk. She's killing it. But Flourish Psychology, look it up. Psychiatry, Flourish Psychiatry. If you want a psychiatrist or a DNP or an NP with a psych, so she can prescribe you your prescriptions, go to your girl at Flourish. Anyway, so she's in PA though, licensed in PA. So I just back to like the personal thing for me, like I really just want to be that dude that's just like, okay,
Yeah,
let's do it.
level-headed.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
Because when I was younger, I wasn't necessarily level headed all the time, unless it came to a fight. I was always level headed, always. I don't know what the hell that was. I always like went, and I could just like chill
yeah.
and like be in the moment. You know what I mean? I wouldn't like yell and flip out and scream or whatever. Like I would just be like, let's go. Or be like, hey, man, calm down. Like, it's okay. And try to de escalate, you know? So I wanted to carry that throughout my whole life. So that is something that, oh, Claire just said, yes, sir. Or yes, I saw she's moving into a building. Yes, she is. She is. And we're talking about Lisa right now for those who are listening and not with us live here. But, yeah, I am just really trying to, I don't know, just follow that path. I love stoicism. I love being able to control the emotion and feel it and then process it while it's all happening and not show it externally. I love that. And one of the most inspirational, I'm sorry, one of the most inspirational things I'll never forget was, um, I don't know if you were there for this, but we were talking to this lieutenant colonel, and I think I shared on this before, but I love this story so much. It's actually about the concept of men crying and how people are like, real men cry. First off, shut the fuck up. I do not agree with that, because how that's being portrayed is bullshit. Men can cry, and I think men should cry, but how you cry, where you cry, that's what matters. So this guy was in combat. He was in, I think it was Iraq, lost 6 guys in the firefight. 6. It was like 3 to 6. I think it was 6 though. That's what my brain's telling me. So 6. And he brought all of his men, his unit, his platoon, uh, into a room and sat them all down. He stood in front of the room and he was like kind of frozen a little bit, started saying some stuff to the guys, and he's like, "Hey guys, give me a second. I got to go to the bathroom real quick." Went to the bathroom, locked the door, went into a stall and cried and cleaned himself up and went back out in 45 minutes. And he was fine in front of them. He was fine, right? He did not want to show them that he was crying. He did not want to show them that he was going through shit in that moment because it would have weakened them. It would have lowered their morale. The trust is so needed. So he did the process. He cried it out, and then he went out to the guys and he said, "Hey, if anybody needs to cry, if anybody's upset or whatever, please let it out now." Like, he needed to be the leader for them. You know what I mean? So that was a really cool thing to witness and watch. Or I'm sorry, a really cool thing for me to hear that he was able to do that for his guys to witness.
But conversely, would it not also be a pretty cool thing for him to straight face be talking about what he's talking about and just to see it?
I'm sure
no reaction, strength to hold in the reaction, but to show that he cares, to
I'm
see
sure
that
he
he
did.
cares, but to still hold his,
I guarantee
you know,
he still showed he cared.
to do what he did is fine. It shows strength. It shows, it shows
Composure. You need that.
But the converse option is not weakness. It's not showing that he's a man.
So
it's not showing that he's a leader. It's showing a different type of leadership.
So I think that if we're going to talk about it that way, that is in the eyes of the beholder, and I can't say no or yes to that.
Right.
My perspective is, I think that's weakness. I do. I think crying in that very tense time in front of those guys is inappropriate. I think he did the right thing.
It's definitely eyes in the beholder, because it's like if the president of the United States, right?
Yeah.
Were to stand up there, and he just lost a whole bunch of people, and then
we were attacked,
bold-faced, and he said what he had to say, and then he left. The media would have a blowout, and they'd be like, he was frozen, he was cold-hearted, he didn't have any emotion. But he did excuse himself partway through, and he came back, and there was no emotion. But the opposite side of that is he went into the bathroom and he locked himself and he came back. But if he went up into the pedestal and he was fucking bawling his eyes out, he could barely get this fucking thing out. He cared about his country. He did all this stuff. That's the difference between that's the eyes of the beholder thing, right?
So I think in that example, and what's being actually not communicated by me, I recognize. I know that guy didn't go up there and was like, "Hey, everybody, we lost some guys today. They're dead. If you want to cry, you can cry." He didn't do that. There's no fucking way, right? It's guys, listen, we just lost some men today, and it's really hard, and I know it's hard. And we're all here, and we're all in this together. And if you need to cry right now, do it. If you need to talk about it, do it. But we're going to go back out there and we're going to fight like hell and we're going to fucking back him up.
So what they were talking about is the key.
That's exactly correct.
That's the key.
I agree that if you go up there and you're like, "Hey," dead face, like, "Hey, what's up? We lost some guys today. It is what it is." That's heartless.
Definitely.
And if a president, a great example of a president that was through that time was Bush when 9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
He was very good, spoke very well.
Mm-hmm.
He was welling up in his eyes. He was
always
upset.
Was good with his words.
He was upset, but he still gave this we're gonna go fuck them up type of approach and message. And conspiracy theorists, shut the fuck up. I know, immediately I know what conspiracy theorists can say in the back of their heads, and I know what you're saying.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking around with that. But he gave a good speech that really was powerful, united the nation kind of thing, right? And that to me is it just, you can portray strong messages, and
yes, we can. Well, can you hit us up? That way we like don't forget.
So for the listeners, we just got a message from someone to say, "Can you guys reach out to us via Messenger
Just
or
shoot us
reach
a
out to
message.
me?" Yeah,
We'll get back to you.
yeah, sure. But but it's how you portray it. Like it's how you bring the emotion. It's how you bring the leadership. It's how you bring the message. And anytime I say stoicism, it's so misunderstood by so many people. They immediately think a stoic person's like, heartless and like they don't care and they have no emotion and they don't cry and all this other shit. Like if you actually read stoicism, nowhere in stoicism does it say to not cry, to not feel emotion, to none of that. In fact, in many stoics, I love this example, is where it's like, hey, when you wake up in the morning, this is written thousands of years ago. When you wake up in the morning and you're just warm in bed and you have that thought like, I don't want to get out of bed, everyone has it. You have to get out anyway. Get the fuck up. Go conquer the day. Go do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just motivate and move.
Time to suck today's dick.
Yeah, or make today's suck yours.
What movie was that from? Hey boys, time to suck the day's dick. God damn it! What movie was that in?
I don't know.
Shit. I gotta dial it back because there was something that I wanted to key in on.
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right. So you.
Yeah.
And your the way that you
process things,
feel your emotion, and hold it down, and you disperse it, and how you deal with it, and how you're proud of that. Now, nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. How you deal with your emotion and you're proud of it. No one else can say anything about any of that shit. That's yours. You own it. You're proud of it. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing. I am very in tune with other people.
Yeah.
And I am married to somebody that's extremely emotional, and I have to be very in tune with her emotions. And I have to be able to read her, and match her emotions sometimes.
So she doesn't neck chop you?
Right. No, I get that anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever her emotion is. So
gosh, she hit me like 15 times in one night before.
A big part. That's like Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. My throat hurts. You have a very strong neck.
Yeah.
She's built up a callus on your neck.
A big part of emotion.
She doesn't abuse him, by the way. It's love, okay?
A big part of...
Oh, my God. He just gave this signal for help. Go ahead, brother.
A big part of emotion is sharing it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, like with news like death or life, right? News with death, I have a very similar emotional interpretation that as you do with death. Is kind of like a very like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I internalize that and I feel it in here and then I deal with it in here.
Yeah. I bawled my eyes out when Josh passed away, though. That fucked me up.
But some of them hit me really fucking hard and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. But with life, I'm a little bit different. Like when I found out my babies were being born, right? I was like I embodied that. What I'm trying to get at is I that emotion, like I could internalize that. I can do what I need to do with that, but I want to share that emotion with my wife.
Yeah.
Part of it is she is trying to see that emotion in me. How does that make me feel? Her giving me that news. How is she making me feel giving me that news? That also needs to comfort her. So if she's like, hey, we're pregnant with baby number 3. And I'm like, cool. And that is like immediately in her head. It's like the Jimmy Neutron shit. It's like, oh fuck. What did he mean by that? Or like the movie with the emotions.
Sorry, I just thought of something. I know what you're talking about.
My wife's going to kill me if I don't come up with it.
No. I do.
Joy.
Yeah. I like it too, actually. Oh, it's such a good one.
Joy, sadness, anger.
Inside Out.
Yeah. Okay, so like her Inside Out goes, oh, does he like it?
Yeah.
Does he hate it? What is he going to? My reaction when I found out was, holy fuck, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So part of emotion, however you like to deal with it, part of emotion, especially when you're like in a relationship and sharing it with somebody else, is sharing it with somebody else. Like when you have news that you're connected with somebody else, part of it is sharing it with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you're in a relationship, a big part of emotion isn't just your emotion anymore. It's now our emotion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to worry about that person's mental health and well-being. You have to worry about that person's emotions too. You have to. It's no longer just you. So while it's cool that you can like internalize emotion and stuff,
I don't do it for cool, but
no.
Yeah.
I mean, while it's cool that you do it for you and you know how to deal with it and you know how to do all that stuff, it's no longer like when you get into a relationship and all that stuff. You know, for me, I can't do that anymore. I have to think about her emotions. It's our emotion now. So when she gives me news like this,
3 Krauses is nuts. It is nuts, Ray.
do you get where I'm coming from?
100%.
Okay.
I also want to say I even more deeply understand why I love Lisa. She knows and understands me so well that there was no offense taken.
Okay.
None. You're, by the way, you're an emotional guy. Like you are that kind of like person, and so is Claire, and like you guys match really well. Lisa knows me, and she's like when I react to things like that with her, like when I react in any kind of way, if she has like big news, like, oh, I just hired 2 employees, I'm like, that's great. And I really mean it. That's great. I'm going to support you. I'm going to introduce you to more people. And if I can help you, I'm going to help you. Like, I am grateful and I'm so happy for her, but I'm just not like fucking popping bottles of champagne, like, oh my yeah, fuck yeah. But like,
I do.
I know. And that's cool. And that's cool. And Claire fucking probably loves that shit too. And like,
but I do that as show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't always mean like I don't need to.
That's who you are.
I do that like most of the time when I react like that. It's for her. Like she's like, hey, I just landed a new client. I'm like, yeah, you know. And like I don't particularly care, but I want you to fucking feel that I'm excited for you because let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for you. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Because that's what partnership is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, anyway.
Yeah, I feel like
she's definitely his match, man.
Yeah, I agree, Ray. Especially in in many ways. She's actually my superior. I mean that. I mean that in the best way possible. And what I mean by that, to be very clear, is I find her brain to be one that I love to confide in and give really challenging problems to and really show like everything that I need to because I trust her fucking mind that much. Like I'm thinking about a million fucking things all the time and she's able to take in what I do the same thing for her. Like I am so okay, I hear you. Superior. You're right. I hear you. Because like we do it for each other. Just like a really good like match. Like it's a really good mental match, really good team partnership type thing. And I really appreciate that a lot. And it's something that's the thing that I love most about her. Like and if she gives me big news or whatever, and it's something about like me, and then I'm just like, yeah, she wears the pants. It's fine. We still love you. But I definitely feel seen. That's the most like that.
Yeah, and when I say the whole sharing the emotion aspect of it, like I'm not in your relationship, and if she knows that and understands that about you, and she doesn't expect popping bottles, you know, and sweating from you, I'm sweating. Hey,
she definitely does not.
Then that works. I'm just saying in any kind of situation, any aspect, not just yours, right?
What Ray just said right there. He said ride or die for real. I said that earlier, Ray. I was like, she's legitimately a ride or die. Like I've
Yeah.
never met a woman who is, because the things
You've said that to me many times too. So that's
the
funny that he
things that
says
I'm
that.
trying to do, yeah, Ray. Well, Ray's one of my boys. Like
Mhm.
Ray and I we played softball together. We've been friends for fucking years. I don't even know how long now, but he actually hated me when he first met me.
Fuck you, Ray.
Yeah, Ray actually also
Fuck you for
said to
not
me
liking him.
he didn't like me because I was I was bigger and like I walked like it, and like he thought I was a tool bag because of that.
Mm.
Because I like walked like a fighter or whatever, some bullshit like that. But then he recognized later, he's like, oh, he's really actually not that bad of a person. He's just whatever. But yeah, she is a fucking ride or die, and that's like just like Claire is for you. You know what I mean? You are for her, and it's awesome, dude. Like it's really cool to have somebody that actually like sees you.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, why was that D bag or why? What do you mean why? I don't think you meant to say that. But and Tanner, yeah, you're right, dude. Like that is
He
the
was a
point.
cooch.
But yeah, Tanner, he said you got to get you one that will tell the. Oh shit! Because you got to get you one that'll tell the cops they didn't see shit.
No,
That's
you got to
funny.
get you one that you have to tell the cops that you didn't see shit. I'm not worried about what my wife is going to tell the cops. I'm worried about what I have to tell the cops.
Yeah, yeah. So
she's going to accidentally neck chop somebody and not drop the knife she was washing.
That's funny as hell. But yeah, so it's really cool to like have that person who sees you, you know. And I can be up like last night. I was up until 2:30 in the morning. She didn't fucking bitch at me. She didn't complain to me or whatever. We had dinner. We watched a show together. We hung out, and she's like, "I gotta go to bed." I was like, "All right, good night. I'm gonna fucking go in my office. I have shit I gotta finish." And she's like, "You're in the zone. I got it. Go ahead." And like that's awesome. You know what I mean? And like that to me, I think is why the way I react to things, how I'm like, okay, like that's cool. You know, like that is she just knows that that's just me. That's just how I react. Before in other relationships that didn't work out, like I was that way too, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough because it wasn't a fit. I just didn't fit. You know what I mean? Like I loved the person. I still like have a love, and I always will. My mom's advice to heal myself. You can love people from afar, but just don't bring them back. You know, and that protects yourself from self destruction and not believing in yourself, not thinking you're good enough, et cetera, et cetera. So it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? And like that to me is the best. I just someone sees me for who I am, you know,
Yeah.
and it allows me to step in deeper into that, so I can be around dudes who are sharing fucking the most horrific shit in the world, you know, and like who are telling me the fucking borderline war crimes that they did that they didn't even mean to do, you know, or how good it felt to be in combat and like how they miss that and like all the like some of the things that would twist your head, you know, like a lot of people would twist their heads like how do you even like that? It's like, well, that's because that's like a primal thing. Like they're doing what they wanted to do. And I don't know. That's a special person, you know? So she's awesome. She sees me for me.
Good.
Yeah, man. Guys, give me 1 second. We will be right back in literally just a second. So hang on. What's up? We're back. I was going to put up a thing, but I didn't know how to do it, like a little screen, but we're good. But yeah, man. So how about you guys who are here? How do you guys handle life changes when things are happening, when you are you learned about something new. Like Ray, you mentioned with the kids, you said, let's go. Like, how did you prepare for it? How did you do that? Tanner, same thing with you. Like when you left the military, when you found out you were having a kid, when you were getting married, like big life changes, how did you handle it? And actually, Tanner, your story is pretty interesting also when you went from the West Coast and came back over here, or came back, or not back, you keep saying that. When you left the West Coast to come here for the first time to live here on the East Coast, and how difficult that was and how you got through them. If you wanted to share that in the chat, that'd be awesome.
Tanner, I already know your. Oh, sorry. I already know our wife is one that is is one that it will tell the cops they didn't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's we had this is our wife.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Tanner's, mine, and Frank and
Claire.
Bearcat's wife.
Oh, Bear. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Bearcat. Love you, Delgado, if you're here. But yeah, so he said. So Ray said the suspense has already got me. You guys see that hand to hand? Oh, he's talking bullshit.
What?
He's talking bullshit. Like the us talking back and forth real quick probably is like the suspense or something. I don't even know what Ray is saying right now.
Oh, I think he was talking about when you put it on hold and
Yeah. That's that's what I meant. But I don't know. I just I try to internalize it and I try to move forward. I mean, like that's and you're like I'm outward. I want to talk about it.
No. I can be. It depends on what it is, man. If it's something exciting, I'm out and about with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fucking let's go. I'm one of those. If it's sad.
Real quick. Ray, could you explain that more? What you mean by great at moving and adapting? I'd love to hear more. I would love to read that out actually for those who are just listening in the future because we're publishing all of our episodes right now. So if you could just explain that more, that'd be awesome, man.
If it's exciting or makes me happy, I'm out and about with it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's sad or angry, I'm internal.
Angry internal. How when I actually that's the thing anger with me is one or two things. I'm either deeply internal and I really hold it in my gut and I have to really process it, or I'm like, what the fuck? Like I let it out real quick and I'm like, damn it, I don't want to do that. Like that's and I've gotten insanely good as I've gotten older at being able to like hold it down. Or if I do lash out quickly, I'm like, damn, I'm sorry. That was on me. I shouldn't have done that. Like almost immediately, like tops maybe 5 minutes later. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like that is not appropriate. Please, like, I'm just mad. I'm sorry. And like, just move. Like I can't do anything about it. Like I flipped out. Like on my bed. Like here we are. Like I'll shut up, go. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen very often, but I mean, it does. I'm human, So that's one or two things with me. Like it's either internal with anger or I do let it out sometimes pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, anger for me before therapy and medication was always out.
Got it.
That sucked.
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
After therapy,
I know what that feels like.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Rocco's having a small life change. Yeah, I just found out yesterday that somebody was hired for my night shift, so I'm finally moving to days.
Cool.
Full time. It was hard to be.
What days of the week?
Same days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll just be.
Do you think it's going to be better?
Yeah.
Cool.
The workload's going to be cut in half. I was mid shift. The hours were dope. It was like 11 to 9, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, those are like dream hours almost. You know what I mean? But I'm mid shift, and right now I'm managing 2 departments per shift. So I'm managing 4 departments, and I have to do all of the research for all of them. I have to do all of the administration like hours for all of them. I have to do all the computer work for all of them. I have to do all the complaints for all of them. I have to answer all the slacks for all of them. I get all the emails for all of them. I have to do all the bullshit for all of them.
Yeah.
And it's just like exhausting. And now my workload's literally going to get cut in half, and I'll be home for dinner every night. That's cool. Dope.
What time do you start in the morning?
I can start. Some days I'll start at like 7. I'll be there at 7. Some days I'll want to surprise my early shift crew, and I'll get there at 5.
Hmm.
But most days I'll be there at 7.
Nice. So it's 7 to 2 or 3?
No, it's like 10-hour shifts, 10, 11-hour shifts.
Dang. So 7 to
4
6?
days a week.
7 to 6 or something?
No, it's like 7 to 5.
5?
But it was really hard to feel the excitement yesterday. I had 2 really, 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 just like really shit days at work the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Like really shit. Just like everything was beating me the fuck down. I haven't had days like these 2 days in a long time. So it was really hard to feel excited for the news.
Damn.
Yeah. I told Claire, I was like, all I really want is I want to come home, I want to put pajamas on, and I want to be the little spoon.
Hell yeah.
And I want light head pats.
And you want her to be the backpack or the jetpack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jetpack. That's so much less gay than being called the little spoon.
Yeah.
Can you be my jetpack?
That's right.
So much more badass.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Fuck
welcome.
yeah.
Yeah. You're my little jetpack.
That is so much better.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep. You're my little jetpack.
Can you be my little jetpack?
That's right.
That's so badass.
Because now you get to carry her.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You're my little jetpack. Take off. It's good.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's exciting news. He has a new way to describe it. You're no
Let's
longer
go.
the little spoon. You're just the guy with the jetpack. You're still a guy.
See, that was excitement.
That's exciting.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's it. That's fantastic. So Ray said Project Refit shooting range trip. Well, actually, something somebody brought up to me was
No little spoon. You're my little backpack, my little jetpack. Now.
That's right. You're a little jetpack. But Ray, we were talking about. We got advice from a guy who said you guys should do a skeet shooting fundraiser. There's some really good spots in Jersey and PA and everything for skeet shooting, and it's like a golf course but with shotguns and skeet. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. That'd be awesome to do.
Dude, I saw this fucking bow.
Okay.
And
was it a compound bow?
It's kind of like a compound bow, but it's got a tube. And it's like a mixture between a compound bow and a sling and a fucking
long like
a slingshot. And it's a fucking bow, and it's got a tube, and it's got a sight on top of it that you can do.
I saw that.
And you click it all the way back, and you let it go, and it shoots this little fucking pellet, and you can hunt with it. And it's mean, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, send it to me. I've never seen that.
It's fucking mean. I want one of those so bad.
Ray said instead of little spoon or jetpack, he says my little toaster.
Little toaster.
That's funny. So that means that she's very warm.
Can you be my hot dog bun?
Wow. We went there.
Would be my hot dog bun?
That's
a good one. Be my hot dog bun?
Oh my god.
That's a good one. Okay. Is that not a good one?
That's a good one.
Be my hot dog bun.
Well, hot dog, but you're saying it to Ray. That's why I was like, that's uncomfortable.
That was an example.
Little hot dog bun. Little hot dog bun. You want Ray to be a hot dog bun?
Whatever.
That's great. So yeah, life changes, man. That's how were you when you were getting out of the military? How was that?
Me?
Yeah, life change.
Well, you know my situation.
I do,
so it was like, I think it was more like I couldn't wait to fucking be rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think spiritually I was already out. I think my willpower was gone to stay in there. I think At like the last few months when I finally had my like ETS date, it was just like a countdown. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, however many days in a wake up, however many days in a wake up. Um, I don't know what emotion it was. I know it's not like remorse. I was filled with anger. I know it wasn't excitement, maybe relief. I don't know. I just knew I didn't want to be I didn't want to be somewhere that
You felt like didn't want you.
yeah, I was thrown away like trash. That's what I was.
Yeah.
You know, my unit tossed me like trash. I didn't mean anything to a place that meant everything to me.
Yeah.
Um, you know, the people in it didn't feel that way, but the command did because there was a change of command.
Mm.
And that, you know, I know that that doesn't speak for the entire unit, but just the unit itself just, you know, gave up on me after many years. And it just like fucked me
Yeah.
real bad. And so I don't know what emotion it really was. I don't even remember it. I don't even try to think about my time
That's okay.
anymore.
You don't even have to.
No, I mean it's not something that really bothers me like that much anymore.
It's
It's
just in your
just
past.
yeah, it's past is the past, and I don't really think about it. Shame or guilt? No, definitely not either of those. Definitely not either of those. I don't think I would change getting out. I mean, I was 50% of the way, you know, to retirement. That's probably the only, but that even that's not enough to you know let me stay another 10, 11 years
Yeah.
like that. I couldn't, not for a place like that, not for somebody that wouldn't move mountains for me when I would topple mountains for them, and I couldn't do that. That's not what a family is. That's not what a unit does, you know.
Right.
So
Hmm. That's deep.
yeah,
Yeah, that's deep. I feel like that you having the outlook though too of like you don't regret it is really healthy actually.
yeah, no, I don't regret it at all.
Yeah. That's
I
cool.
think it was good for me to just get out and leave it behind. And you know, there was definitely emotions and feelings, and you know, therapist definitely says I have PTSD from that, and
Hmm.
which is it's a fucking weird to accept because there's guys with PTSD from getting blown up and getting shot and
It's like an emotional
seeing
thing
people.
though.
It's an emotional thing, and it's like
I think it goes deeper than that. Just that though. That's like an exacerbation or reminder of
I
other stuff.
fucking hated it. I still, it was so long ago, but I remember the words that came out of this motherfucker's mouth. I remember the tone of his voice. I remember like the slight chuckle that he had when he said it. And like I just remember like my heart sinking when he said it. And uh, it was like I didn't matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it sucked. It was awful.
Yeah, it sucks. That does suck.
So, but no, yeah, definitely no shame, no remorse, no guilt. You know, fuck them.
Right.
The people in it, I will fucking still die for them.
Yeah.
I love them all. I'm still on the 114 page, and I keep tabs on most of them. You know, cars from the 114th, obviously, and
Hell yeah.
um, I love most of those motherfuckers. And you know, the second any of them need something, I'll be there. But the unit itself, fuck them.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm not going to say the captain and first sergeant's name, but fuck those guys.
Hell yeah. Um Yeah, I feel like a lot of guys end up going through something similar to that, where the leadership basically failed them or kicked them to the wayside, and that's shit. That's a shitty feeling.
I had dudes back me up. I had you know guys of high ranks that were within the unit try to, no, this is Rocco. Like he's a fucking dude. Like you need to get him in here, and they're like, no, we don't do that.
Yeah, it's tough. That sucks.
I don't know who the fuck that is. He's not coming back here.
Right.
Cool. I'm out.
Yeah, you don't remember me? I'm out.
Lived out my last year in Alpha 113 and fucking got out.
Peaced out.
See ya.
It's wild. And a lot of those guys ended up going to Syria and all that stuff. They just got back. That's cool.
Yep. Welcome back.
Yeah,
guys.
super
Welcome
happy
back.
for
Much
those
love,
guys to be
much
back.
love.
Yeah, it's awesome. And no serious, no lost life, I don't think. I'm not sure about that though. Actually, I don't want to say that. I shouldn't have said that.
You should not have said
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm not sure actually. But I didn't hear anything. I feel like I would have heard. I think somebody would have told me. But thankfully, for the most part, a lot of people came back. And to my knowledge, everybody came back, which is fantastic. And if not, that is fucking horrible. And I'm sorry, honestly.
In other news.
Yeah, exactly. In other news. Yeah, today was a good conversation, good, quick conversation about how you deal with life changes and how you react. And we got some good feedback from individuals and how they kind of react too. And yeah, this is a good one. Just
Sorry
easy.
I was late, y'all.
Oh, it's all right. It's all good. We did miss probably the 12 o'clock crowd who's on break and enjoys seeing us. But
Mark.
yeah, Mark and a few other guys. We didn't get our present, and there's some others that can jump in. But,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. I appreciate you guys. This was, again, just a quick, easy in and out episode. And
That's what she said.
talked about life changes, emotions, processing big news, and either good or bad. And yeah, so that was cool. So fantastic. See everybody.